Brother, I have already walked this road. I have lived through it. And now I speak not to command, but to guide. Because you are the creator of your life. Whatever you choose, it will shape your days. But still, if my words can save you even from a single heartbreak, even from one reckless mistake, then I must speak. Because no matter how strong you are, what I'm about to say, it will find you someday. When you begin a relationship with a woman, everything feels like magic in the beginning. She glows, you laugh, the world slows down. She is in demo mode, offering you the best version of herself. And you begin to feel. You fall into warmth, into intoxication of new love. Both of you high on hormones and hopes. You want her, she wants you. You move in together. You talk about weddings and tomorrows. She tells you you are the best man she's ever known. She swears she will never leave, that she will be by your side forever. And you believe her because you want to believe, because her smile is real and your heart is open. You start dreaming together. Maybe even bring children into this world. You work harder than ever. You give her everything, your soul, your strength, your future. You build a life meant to last. And you truly think she's not like others. She's different. She loves me. She understands. You see other men lose their families. Other women walk away from good men. But you think, that will not happen to me. Mine is special. But slowly, she begins to change. She no longer looks at you the same. Your presence becomes a background noise. Her eyes stop lighting up when you enter the room. You don't see it at first because you are still in love, because you are still building the dream. But she has started to feel nothing, because a woman is emotion. And when the emotion dies, so does her desire. You become routine, predictable, familiar. You become a book she has already read. And no matter how valuable the pages, she longs for new story, new fire. It's not your fault. You didn't fail. You simply cannot control the tides of her emotions. And when her emotions die, she will quietly begin searching for them elsewhere. She will flirt. She will reconnect with old friends. She will feel butterflies for a man who hasn't earned them. But she will hide it from you. She will cover it with smiles, with routine, while you still loyal, still blind, keep dreaming. You plan trips, you buy flowers, you work late so your family can live better. You think she is still your queen until one day, like lightning on a clear day, like snow in July, she stands before you, cold and expressionless, and says, "We need to talk. I don't love you anymore. I am leaving." And just like that, your world collapses. You are in shock. You search for answers. What happened? Where did it all go wrong? It all seemed perfect just yesterday. But brother, it wasn't perfect. It was an illusion. You dreamed. You imagined a life of warmth, of quiet joy. You lived for her, for the family you built in your soul. You crafted futures in your mind, drew maps of a shared destiny. And then, suddenly, she was gone. You are left in silence, lost in a storm of disbelief. You don't understand what just happened, but she does. She will deceive you with soft, sharp words. She will blame you. She will say it was your fault. She will say you didn't love her enough, didn't give her attention, didn't cherish her like you should have. You will believe her. You will sit in the ashes of your broken heart, wondering what you did wrong. Maybe I didn't show her love enough. Maybe I didn't listen. Maybe I failed her. And so you will try to fix it. You will try to win her back. You will send her gifts, flood her phone with words, watch her from distance, chase her like a shadow in the dark, bend your soul to please her. But the more you do, the further she drifts. And you don't see that each act of desperation pushes her even further away. You become a stranger to yourself, a man she can no longer respect, until one day clarity arrives like a cruel sunrise. You see it in her eyes. There is no return. You realize she is long gone, living with another man now, laughing, loving, reborn in someone else's arms. And perhaps in time you will learn the full truth that she had been with that man while she was still with you. She would meet him in secret, share her body, whisper the same lies of love, then come home to your bed, kiss your forehead, serve you dinner as if she hadn't just betrayed you. She lives two lives, one with you and one with him. Now he is her world, her forever. He receives the same fire she once gave you, the same whispers, the same vows. I love you. You are the only one. I will never leave. And like you once did, he believes her too. But now you begin to understand that chasing someone who already betrayed you is a slow suicide of the soul. You don't need to win her back. You need to win yourself back and build a man so whole, so powerful that no betrayal could ever destroy him again. And so you began to rebuild. You turned inward and faced the wreckage, not to mourn it, but to reshape it. You began healing your soul, correcting the path of your life, following your deeper mission. You chose to grow, to think, to become more, and with each day your focus sharpened, your will hardened, and time became your greatest ally. It didn't just heal the pain, it forged you. You emerged not as the same man, but something greater, free, independent, successful, unshakably strong. But what of her, the one who betrayed you? You must understand this truth. Her life is not unfolding the way she hoped. Her happiness has no roots, no peace. She likely hasn't found what she was searching for. And even if she did, it slips from her fingers. Her value in romantic world, it fades as nature quietly rewrites the rules. And with every year, it becomes harder for her to find the man she once dreamed of. The thrill she once felt with her new man, gone. The hormones settled. The fantasy dissolved. And now she is left with silence. But women, they cannot thrive in the absence of emotion. And in that silence, her mind drifts back to you. At first, maybe she laughs at the thought, thinking you must have crumbled without her. But curiosity creeps in. She checks your social media, scrolls through your photos. She searches your name. And what does she see? A man reborn, stronger, sharper, more composed, more powerful. You didn't fall apart. You rose. You transformed the pain she gave you into wisdom. You turned betrayal into power. And around you now, there are women younger than her, more radiant, more feminine, more inspired by your presence. This realization, it cuts her deeper than anything. Shock pierces her chest. Jealousy coils through her stomach. And regret, it starts to scream inside her. But you don't even notice. And now she starts to plan. Maybe she will orchestrate a chance meeting. Maybe she will message you. Something simple, something soft. She might start calling, asking about children, wondering how you have been. Her voice will sound gentle again, like it once did. She will try to keep you longer, make you talk, test the waters. You might wonder, why does she seem so different now? But don't be fooled. She hasn't changed. This is her strategy, her plan. What's driving her mad isn't just your strength, it's your indifference. She thought you would be waiting. She thought you would beg for her return. But now she realizes you have already moved on. You have outgrown her. And when all her subtle plays fail, when none of it stirs your soul, she will break. She will show up in tears, with words soaked in desperation. She will say it was all mistake, that she was lost, that she didn't know what she was doing. She will beg. She will offer apologies, excuses, tactics, anything to crack you open again. But you will be standing there in silence, not out of hatred, not from bitterness, but because the man you are now knows his worth, knows peace, knows freedom, and he never looks back. You will watch her. You will listen to her words. And somewhere deep inside, you will feel that to take back the one who betrayed you, the one who abandoned you at your lowest, would be nothing less than handing her the keys to destroy your life again and again. And she will aim for your weakest place because she knows it. She always did. She will aim straight at your father's heart. She will speak of the children, of how they cry without you, how they suffer growing up in a broken home, how they long to see their father each morning in the house they once called a family. And your heart will tremble. But you will remember, when she left, she did not cry for them, for children. She did not shiver at the sound of their hearts breaking as she tore them from the arms of a loving father. She didn't flinch at their tears when they begged to live under one roof with both their parents. You will start thinking, I remember how she looked at me with disgust as I got on my knees and begged her, not for me, for them, for children, to stay, to try, to hold on. And now she remembers the children, not because her soul has awakened, but because it suits her strategy. And you will look at her and wonder in silence, how did I ever love this woman? How did I give her my name, my blood, my children? How did I pour the best years of my life into making her happy? I lived for her, and she discarded me like a useless, worn-out thing. I spent months praying for the sound of her knock at the door, dreaming that if she returned, I would welcome her into my arms, into my chest, into my broken, waiting heart. And now she stands before me, tears in her eyes, begging, but I feel nothing. Because what she did was not a simple mistake, not a moment of weakness. It was betrayal, slowly brewed in silence, fed over weeks, grown in the shadows of lies and secrecy. This was planned. This was cold. This was war. And now she does not return for love, not for children, not for redemption. She returns for comfort, because life out there was not as sweet as she imagined it would be. Because she thought she would trade up, but found herself alone. And if you don't take her back, she will go to the next man. And if he says no, she will find another. Any man who can give her comfort, resources, a place to land. It was never about love. It was about survival, about gain. And now you see her clearly, and that is the beginning of your freedom. There is no love here. What stands first in her world now is the search for comfort, for resources, not loyalty, not soul, not truth, just the next safe place to land. And how could you ever think of taking her back after betrayal? After she whispered to another man that she would never leave him. After she told him he was the best, shared her body with him, gave him what once was sacred to you, and did things you cannot even bear to imagine. And now that it didn't work out with the others, she comes knocking on your door, asking for a second chance, but not out of love, out of failure. Of course, many men will take her back. Many fall into the same trap twice, some even 3 times. And then they wonder why their lives are in ruins. The man who gives her another chance hands her the weapon to destroy him once more, because she has not changed. She is the same woman with the same heart that betrayed you, the same mask, the same poison smile. She will bring into your life the same storm that already shattered you once. Why would you welcome back the problems that once nearly killed you? Stay free. Stay whole. Choose peace over past. Choose dignity over desire. Choose yourself. Because the man who takes her back will never hold power in her eyes. To her, he is weak. A man who cannot hold his masculine frame. A man she cannot respect. Deep down, she knows a strong, grounded, self-respecting man would never forgive her. He would never open the door to a woman who once burned the house down. She knows That the man who lets her back in is soft clay in her hands, easy to mold, easy to use, easy to betray again and again without consequences. So don't be that man. Let her go. Let her carry the weight of her choices, and let yourself walk free into the life that waits beyond your shadow. She will never respect the man who took her back, because to her he became like an object, something she could throw away when bored and retrieve again when she pleased. She knows the man who takes her back is no longer master of his life. She is. His addiction to her outweighs his wisdom. His longing crushes his logic. His weakness becomes her throne. She knows she held the power all alone. It was never him. She broke the family when she felt like it. She returned when it was convenient. And he opened the door. No woman with a soul will ever respect the man who let her back in after she abandoned him in his darkest hour. When you were drowning in your shadow, she was not there. She chose distance over loyalty. She chose silence over support. But now that the sun is rising in your sky, now that your strength is returning, now that your peace is no longer built on her presence, she returns, not out of love, but out of hunger. She comes to taste the comfort you built without her. She will whisper every sweet word she can think of. She will dress her return as destiny. She will call it fate, repentance, growth. But hear this, it is all manipulation. It is a mask, a performance, a trap. And if you fall into it again, you will not just lose her, you will lose yourself. Don't fall for it this time. If you need guidance, if you need support, if you need knowledge, reach out. You can also join my Telegram channel. Let's rise together.